Good morning, folks. This is Naeem Aslam live from London. As always, bit of a disclaimer before we continue. Anything which we'll be discussing in this particular video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, guys, please feel free to do so because that also helps us on our YouTube channel. Now, what is going on in the market? We are seeing a bit of a positive momentum very much coming into the market, especially with respect to cryptos. There is no doubt that everything is very much trading in positive territory. Now, if you're wondering why are we seeing that positive momentum, and if you haven't come across it, that big news which came out yesterday, where JP Morgan, one of the biggest naysayer of Bitcoin, finally threw his towel and then said, yes, it will be providing access to Bitcoin for its wealthier client through its highly managed or a more actively managed fund. That really sort of changed the sentiment among investors and traders. And we saw those massive upward moves in terms of Bitcoin. Of course, now we are trading at 54,000, well above that particular price level of 50,000, the important psychological support zone. But we are still not completely out of the woods. Why? Because the price still needs to break above that 60,000 price level, and only then we could potentially say that yes, now we can really continue the move towards that 70,000 price level. But in terms of technicals, earlier today we saw the prices touching the 50-day simple moving average on the daily time frame, which is certainly very, very positive in terms of the price action. But as for the stock market over in Europe, the DAX index is very much trading to the downside. We are, of course, there's a lot of influence of the earnings over there. Earlier today we had the HSBC, UBS, both of them reporting their earnings. HSBC did report a very, very strong quarter, 79% surge in its pre-tax profit. But all of those sentiment, along with UBS, where we can see the Archicos influence on their earnings, we are not seeing the markets trading to the upside. So the DAX, which is the German stock index, is trading to the downside. And of course, the US futures are very much tracking those markets as well. But as we discussed yesterday, the NASDAQ index, it actually moved quite a lot yesterday, and this was your not leading index, this was your lagging index, but now it has actually become your leading index once again, because it is hovering near its all-time high. On the other hand, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which was your leading index, has become the lagging index, and it is trading to the downside and quite away from its all-time high. The S&P 500 index, on the other side, it posted a new record high yesterday in terms of its futures, but today also we've seen another record high earlier, but now the futures are retracing as traders are very much looking at how the Federal Reserve meeting is really going to be pan out. And of course, there are plenty of concerns with respect to inflation, because wheat, corn, and other soft commodity prices have gone up massively, and that means inflation is very much should be coming. Now, in terms of crude oil and Brent, remember yesterday we did discuss about the OPEC meeting. Earlier today we did see a brief break out of the price breaking the 50-day simple moving average to the upside, but we still need to see more evidence. Overall, the market is very much in a consolidation zone ahead of the OPEC meeting. Now, speaking of the meetings, tomorrow we do have the Federal Reserve meeting, and the expectations are there'll be no change in the Federal Reserve's policy. That's all for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same place. Thank you.